So I posted the story of this old lady who had 14 children and lost 13, remaining one who had stroke and ran away from her just because everybody in the society thinks she's responsible for her own misfortune and for the death of her children. Dear Nigerians, can we all agree that old people in Nigeria, I mean, generally in Africa, are not witches? And just because somebody is unfortunate doesn't mean that they are responsible for their own misfortune. So somebody reached out to me on Instagram on Friday. She sent me a video of an old lady in a tent abandoned somewhere in Ala Hausa. I saw the video Friday morning. God's willing, I was online when she sent that video. And as soon as I saw the video, I'm like, no, 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 no. I have to be there. I have to come through for this lady. So I replied and responded to the person immediately. And then I gathered a few members of my team. And then I chatted the boss. I said, look, we're headed to Alausa now. So when we got there, we tried to ask a few questions in the community, and people were like, why do you want to help this old lady? Oh, Jasmine, don't waste your resources on this old lady. She is a witch. She is responsible for the death of her 13 children. The only one that is alive has abandoned her. She even has stroke, and she ran away for her life. That the woman, in their own terms, she swallowed her children. That's what they said, and they were like, oh, don't help. And the girl that drawn my attention to it told me that she has been the one trying to feed the woman, and prior to her there's this other lady that kind of baits the old lady once in 6 months, and also provide food for her to eat. And I even heard that this tent you see now that the woman is living, that she finds comfort as a shelter, was even provided by a generous person. And right close to this tent, as you can see, there is a restaurant, like a place where people cook. And then when they cook, the smoke is entering into her eyes directly, and because of that she started having partial she couldn't blindness, she couldn't see properly. I mean, she could see, but she couldn't see clearly. Aside that, there is a gutter right under the tent, a gutter. So when we go there, I was so emotional. I've been in a space where I've been accused of something I know I didn't do. So I felt her pain. I was so emotional. I was so painful. I was heartbreaking. And to think that the community didn't even want us to help or support her, I mean, that was really, really crazy. So I told my people, and then the lady that introduced us to that drew our attention to it, I asked her, can we quickly get a place to rent now? Like, whatever it takes, I need a house to rent. I need an apartment for her. So we started calling all the agents I had, their contact. She was calling her own agent. And the other lady, one of the lady that was there, said there was one house that was free. So we rushed straight to the house they told us was free. But unfortunately, we didn't see the landlord. So, and it was raining heavily. It was raining so heavily that day. Even it was raining from our way on from the island down till we got to the mainland. It was just raining heavily. I was even soaked under the rain. So we decided to go see the house that they said the landlord was unavailable. And then that day I was like, okay, since the landlord is not available, I think we'll have to lodge her in a hotel, because I will not allow her to go back to that place and sleep. And everybody was just looking. So we took her out of the tent. So that's come out, we took her out of the tent, and then after going to see the place that was unavailable, we now decided to take her to ShopRite so that she can at least eat something and maybe get to look for clothes for her to wear, because it was raining heavily. So once we got to ShopRite, we ordered something for her to eat. We asked her what she wanted to eat, and she mentioned, and we did place the order. After that, while she was eating, I realized that she was coughing really hard. So we took her to the pharmacy. We asked them to give her cough syrups and also give her some vitamins. So if the cough persists after that, then we would know that she has to go to hospital and do the checkup. Meanwhile, she looks like she needed to go to the hospital and do full checkup. But I mean, we're taking things one thing at a time. So after that, we went to the boutique to try and get clothes to her. We went to the boutique to try and get clothes for her. When we got to the boutique, there's this pastor from Streams of Joy. The pastor from Streams of Joy in Houston do some shopping for his wife. And when he saw us, he was like, "What's the story?" So I narrated the story to him, and he gave us $100, and he said we should add it up to whatever we're doing for the old lady. So we told him thank you, and then after that, we're done with the boutique. We went straight to the shopping mall so that she could do some shopping for her. And to be very honest, since I started like involving myself in humanitarian services and charity works, this is the first lady that I took to the supermarket, and she was like, "Oh, don't buy this. I have brush, I have this, don't spend your money, manage, don't buy too much." I'm like, "Mama, relax. I'm the one who's here to take care of you. Okay, just pick whatever you want to pick." At the end of the day, she didn't even pick much. If you want to buy something, she'll say, don't worry. I have it there in that place, that tent she's staying. She's like, she have it there, and she will pick it there up. So at the end of the day, we went to a hotel on Friday. After everything, we went to the hotel on Friday. So on getting to the hotel, we got a room for 15,000 per night. So I told the lady that introduced me to the situation that, okay, she's going to be in this hotel on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that from that time to Monday, we should be able to rent an apartment for her. But unfortunately, today is Friday again, and we haven't even seen an apartment. So she has been in the hotel Friday to Friday, and I've been paying 15,000 naira per night. So we've been having challenges trying to get her an apartment. Also tried to check her in with home of the elderly, but I haven't seen anyone with any positive response. And considering the fact that she doesn't have a family member or anybody to even stay with her and look after her, that's quite a big challenge. Bigger challenge now is we've managed to get a place where she can stay, and we're ready to pay rent, but they said because she's old they cannot allow her to stay alone, that they cannot give us accept the rent if there's nobody to look after her. So I don't know if anybody knows this man and you're related to her in one way or the other, please come out. I'm ready to pay for rent for you and her to stay in. And if not, if we don't find anybody related to her, if there's anybody, a young lady or an advanced lady who is homeless and needs a place to stay but have something to do for themselves, they only need a place to stay and they know that they can look after this mama, please reach out to me. I'll pay for the accommodation, maybe 2 room for both of you to stay, and then I'm looking to set up a business for her, like a mini business she can do. I'm looking to set up a mini business for her. So yesterday, being Thursday, I went to see one of my godmother, Nukunwang, the CEO of Win Homes, and I showed her the video, and she was like, "Oh, Jasmine, out of all the charity work you've been doing, this one really melted my heart so bad." She couldn't even hold herself. She couldn't even finish watching the video. She was like, "Okay, you know what? I'm giving you ₦1,000,000 to set this woman up. How about the apartments you have that you put a lot of homeless people in?" I'm like, "Oh, the apartment they're all taking. You know, I have some apartment that I've put at least 5 homeless people in, and they're all taken." So she said, "Okay, take this ₦1,000,000. Make sure you get an apartment for this woman. Put things for her like bed, the basic things that she will need. They set up a mini business for her, something that old people do in Nigeria that can keep her busy." But the thing is, her eyes, she's aged and she can't see clearly very well. So I would also like that the person that will stay with her will be able to be accountable and manage the business. So you guys, with all these challenges, I'm looking forward to your opinion on the comment section. Right now, the money to rent an apartment for her or to set up a business for her is not the problem. The problem is now that the places we're seeing for her to stay, they don't want her to stay alone. They don't want to accept them. And I can't bring her to stay in my house because I stay on the island and she stays on the mainland. So I don't know if anybody wants to be a volunteer. If you're watching this video and you feel touched to take care of this old lady, to stay with her. I mean, we are the only family she has right now, the online community. Because if she had any real family, she wouldn't have been abandoned in that tent for years. And I'm talking many years. This woman has had a really sad life. Amidst of the sadness and the unfortunate things happening in her life, she still chooses to be happy. She has a great sense of humor. Just a few hours I spent with her before we lodged her in a hotel, she was so funny. I don't even know how to describe her. She's a sweet old lady. She's somebody I want to be in her life for a very long time. I just need someone that is very accountable, that can help manage the little business I am willing to set up for her, and also able to manage where she's staying. Also, we're also looking at checking her in a hospital to see her general her vitals and all of that. But like I said, we're taking it one step after the other. So right now she's still in the hotel. I've been paying for the hotel bill. The girl that reached out to me on Instagram, oh my god, she's a very sweet girl. She's been going there to feed her, to make sure she's okay. So guys, I'm looking forward to you guys' opinion on the comment section. What do you think I should do next? Do you think renting a house for her is the best option? Do you think there's any home for the elderly we can check her in? Is there any government facility that allow for something like this? I don't know. But also, I think the Nigerian government can do better. People that have age, it's a privilege to be aged. For me, when I see old people, I see it as a privilege. I don't see why an old lady that has lived that long should be suffering like that. I mean, at the end of the day, it just feels like the system just doesn't work right. But we can try to make it better. We can try to make the system better. So please, I'm looking forward to you guys' suggestion. I'm looking forward to you guys' opinion. I'm looking forward to a volunteer who would want to stay and take care of the old lady. And I'm looking forward to you guys' general support. God bless you guys, because every time I post somebody on my page, every case I post on my page, we've handled over 23 to 30 cases on my page, and it's been successful so far. And nothing has gone wrong. The transparency, I appreciate it, and every other thing. So you guys, God bless you. I will give you guys feedback on how it goes. Hopefully by Monday, I'll take the whole of Saturday, tomorrow, to look for a place for her, to make sure she leaves the hotel. Then hopefully by Monday, I'll give you guys feedback. Peace out in love. Bye.